Hey, thanks for checking out this video. This is Andy Nadler with Wicked Reports. In this video, we're going to be talking about setting your KPI scale, kill, chill zones. KPI zones tell our AI the financial targets needed to keep spending the allocated budget, when we can spend more, and when we have a problem to diagnose and improve. First, I'll show you how to set zones inside of Wicked Reports 5 Forces AI. Then we're going to discuss how to calculate those zones if you don't already know yours, and benchmarking zone performance. Zones can be set easily from the 5 Forces analysis screen by clicking on the settings. It's easy to do, but first, let's take 1 minute to discuss setting a good zone. Zones set a chill range for the primary KPI of the campaign's intention. Different intention, different primary KPI. The chill zone is the range of that primary KPI's result that you would be comfortable spending the allocated budget without changing it. For example, if you can comfortably keep the budget the same when the ROAS is between 3 and 5, then 3 to 5 is your chill zone. Above 5, you'd want to scale the budget. Below 3, you would need to diagnose the issue and improve them, else kill the budget. Alternatively, if your intentions KPI is a cost metric such as NCAC, then your chill zone, which you would spend the same budget comfortably, might be between, say, $60 and $70. In that case, above 70, you'd have to diagnose and improve things, and below 60, you'd want to increase budget to capitalize on the inexpensive customer acquisition. Each intention that you have used needs a chill zone set. To do that, click on one of the intentions, set the lower and upper boundaries of your chill zone for this metric. Note that the scale and kill zone entry points are automatically set once you've defined the chill zone. If you have a channel-specific zone that differs, you can set them at the channel level as well. This can happen if Google is used for shopping and brand campaigns, while Facebook is more top-of-funnel cold traffic prospecting. In that case, you would set more profitable chill zones for Google since it's bottom of the funnel. I'll have more on this later. Once you've set the zones for all assigned intentions, click Save. You can now run the 5 Forces analysis. Scale, chill, kill decisions will be made for you on autopilot. All the power of marketing attribution while saving you time and avoiding all the complexity. If you find the zones you set aren't quite right, come back to the settings, edit the zones, and rerun the analysis. It's that easy. Or you can even just wait till the next day. It'll just rerun for you anyways. If you already know the chill zones for your NCAC and ROAS KPIs, you can stop the video now and go set them inside the 5 Forces screen. For those of you that want advice on how to set those zones, let's just continue. Let's discuss how to calculate your chill zone. The chill zone means you will keep spending the same amount of allocated budget if the KPI stays in this zone. Here's a quick cheat sheet on how to set your chill zone if you already have a value for the metric used for a given intention. Simply take that number and add 10% both directions and use that as your chill zone. For example, if I already know that my NCAC is, say, $50, 10% of $50 is $5. This means I'll add $5 to my $50 and set the top of my chill zone at $55 and subtract $5 from 50 and set the bottom of my chill zone to $45. Or you could do the math for a more precise NCAC. The formula to calculate break-even NCAC is to take the value of the most common first purchase SKU, subtract the cost of goods sold, the average shipping cost, and the processing fees. So here's a simple example to see how straightforward the math is. My SKU LTV is $150, COGS $75, my customer pays shipping, so I incur no cost there, and a credit card processing of 3.3%. I run the formula and out comes my NCAC break-even of $70. I take that break-even NCAC value of $70 and that becomes the boundary to my kill zone. Above 70 to acquire a new customer and I'm losing money and need to take action. We'll cover these actions in other videos. This $70 NCAC break-even value is used in our next formula. Before I start raising budgets to scale my new customer acquisition, I want to make some money. How much? Well, that's a personal question to every brand based on factors outside the scope of this training. However, everyone does have a number. The math here is to take the break-even NCAC, deduct some profit, and then be left with the NCAC boundary that if this cost to acquire a customer drops below this value, it's time to scale ad spend. If you don't have any idea what that number is, use 15% as I did in this simple math example, which gives me a lower zone boundary value of $59.50. We use this value of $59.50 as the boundary before the NCAC KPI enters the scale zone. So if you followed along, you've got a chill zone for NCAC. For ROAS, because a higher value is positive, the boundary to enter the kill zone is the break-even ROAS, seen here where 3 is located. The boundary to enter the scale zone is the profit goal ROAS, seen here where the 5 is located. Now, revenue and any other KPIs with a higher is better value can be done the same way. For ROAS, here is the break-even and profit goal ROAS formulas, along with the sample data that led to the 3 and the 5 values for the chill zone. If that is your math, you'd come back to 5 Forces AI settings and update your ROAS to that chill zone range. If you have calculated your zones and are updating them in 5 Forces, great, you are all set. If you find that your brand is hitting its overall revenue and MER goals, but in-platform Meta and Google acquisition costs seem too high, you'll want to continue watching on how to set goals using benchmarks. So if you're watching this because you've done zone math, but everything looks like a kill, yet your experience as a marketer tells you that you need to keep campaigns running, there are cases where it makes sense to adjust your zones outside of the math we just did. In particular, if you are fully aligned on a MER scale zone and you are hitting that MER, or your top of funnel is sluggish but working so-so, and you realize Meta AI is not driving enough cold traffic and you're fixing it, it's a mouthful there, but a true statement, or your top line numbers as a business are fantastic, or you have a decent amount of Amazon revenue, or you have a killer top of funnel video engagement from cold traffic, according to Google or Meta, that isn't turning into clicks. When these things happen, I am okay with you just adjusting your zone boundaries for scale, kill, chill to look unprofitable. Let's look at this. Here's the NCAC we painstakingly calculated earlier. The math is legit, the logic is sound. However, we need to be more flexible with these zones due to what I mentioned on the last slide. Moving the zone KPI boundary targets to not fully align with the definitions is okay. Why? Because the goal of the 5 Forces is to give you the next best step to take in your marketing, not to be all smug about attribution and math logic and you not achieving your business goals. That would be ridiculous. So how much to adjust negatively, meaning in this case raising the price you will pay for a customer, depends on which situation you have and how good your benchmarks of current NCAC are. I would, as an advanced decision based on what we discussed, move the goalposts of the zones. I would not do this for bottom of funnel campaigns that should generate clicks and sales as a direct response, unless the bottom of funnel campaign is an amazing YouTube campaign. But otherwise, if you have followed this advanced use case, I'm okay with moving the zones here and recommend it. We've done it. We've set the chill zones, done math even, and adjusted the math for the real world when necessary. The end result is going to save you hours a day and have our 5 Forces AI giving you scale, kill, chill decisions. Now that the 5 Forces AI is dialed in, let's act on the analysis with scale, chill, and kill framework. I'll walk you through that process in the next video.